Station, everyone. What is going on? We are going to do it live. This is our November look ahead. Hope you guys can join us. I'm going to see what is going on right here while I get finally set up. Let's see. I think we had some people tailgating earlier today. I know Travis was here. I know TM is always on. I know Manny was on. I know Brandon was on. So we're going to kind of wait for some people to kind of show up. I'm going to do a little bit of show and tell while we hang out. Let's see here. All right, so I got a bunch of cool trades. So my thing with trades right now is I go on eBay, I search for a trade that I like or that I'm interested in, and then I go ahead and search for the lowest auction price, right? So you can pick up trades for like $3 or $4 or $5 sometimes with like free shipping. So it's absolutely crazy. So that's pretty cool. So if you're looking to get some really cheap trades, that's a really good way to do it. So I will show off real quick while we wait for some folks to join us what I was able to pick up. So I was able to pick up all these for about $10 or less, something like that. And so, yeah, let's show off what I got right now. So I got Black Science, which has been highly recommended pretty much by everybody. So this is Remender. Looking forward to reading this. It's just volume number 1, and I think I can get volume number 2 for like $4, $5, $6, something like that. House of Penance. I really enjoy this art. The same artist from Little Bird. Been digging this book, or been digging this this creative team on here. So it's Tomasi and Bertram. So yeah, really digging this. So let me know if you guys have been reading this. House of Penance, autumnal. I did pay full price for this. It was at my LCS, and so I went ahead and picked this up because it's a pretty cool like fall read, and I enjoyed it. It ended pretty quickly. I'm not going to spoil what it was. Interesting concept, really cool. It's like witches and curses and things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, I think you'll enjoy it. The last 2 issues just flew by, though. It just absolutely flew by. I think we have some of the usual suspects in the chat right now. We got Big Herm. What's going on, brother? Just got home from work. Might knock that. Yeah, dude. I used to work nights too. I used to work, what was it? 3 on, 4 off. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And I worked 7A to 7P, but sometimes it went to like 8 or 7P to 7A rather, because I worked nights. And sometimes I wouldn't get home until like 9 in the morning, something like that. And it was absolutely killer. So I know what you're going through, man. I did it for years. What up, JT? Mr. Jarvis himself is here. Manny's back. Going over some quick trades before we go over the books for next month. We got packs. So we got this Hickman book. Don't know anything about it, but I'm looking forward to reading it. So I got volume number 1. Art is crazy. Looking forward to it. The Woods from Tynan, an older book of his before all the craziness, right? Before Something's Killing the Children. Looking forward to that. I got Why the Last Man. I got the first couple volumes of that. So looking forward to this. And again, all these books were like between $3 and $6. So if you're looking for some cool, cheap trades, go on eBay, search for what you're looking for, sort it by lowest price, and you're going to find tons of like Goodwill or old library stuff. Got some Rom V stuff here as well. Looking forward to reading those. Got first three of East of West. I mean, I must have paid less than $60 for all this stuff. And then the plot. So looking forward to diving into these. I did put on Instagram what I should be reading first, and a bunch of you commented. So I appreciate that. Looking forward to diving into those. It's like I blitz through all my weekly stuff, and then I'm a little bit comic booked out for like a day and a half. And then usually around Sunday and Monday, I'm like, I got to get back into it. And then DC stuff drops, and then the cycle repeats, right? I grabbed a copy too. Which one? I just showed like 40 books. Which one did you get? All right. So we are going to bounce over to League of Comic Geeks. I'm going to go ahead and switch cams real quick. Okay. Ooh, the plot. Yeah, JT. Fable's in the house. What up, dude? Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the plot. So we are going to be taking a look at the books coming out next month. And so we're on League of Comic Geeks. If you don't know how to use League, I have a video. I'll try to remember to post that somewhere in the description, but it's down there in my video. So if you need to get a refresher of how this site works, it's essentially just a comic book site that tells you what's coming out when. It's not 100% accurate. nowadays things are just so crazy with this distribution and, print runs and second printings and just chaos, right? So, this site does a pretty good job. I'd say recently it's about, 90-95% accurate. And, but you do notice the mistakes when they come. So we're going to take a look. So we are the week of November 3rd. So we're going to go ahead and start off over here with Fear State Batman. So I'm going to open up some new tabs and stuff like that, just so we can check out the variant covers. So we have the A cover, and then I'm going to try to be mindful of your point of view here. That's interesting. We have like a photograph instead of, or maybe that's the actual book too. Yeah. Mage Quest. That is awesome. I like that one a lot. If that one, if we didn't have this B cover, this connecting B cover, I would probably be getting that other cover because that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh yeah. So Manny, I was going to go over some promos later. Phable, that was awesome. So Blame Phable show came back last night. Go check it out on Instagram. His link will be in the description of this video right now. Really, really cool to see you back. Everyone loves you. Glad that you're able to make it back. I'm sorry I only caught the first few because I was running some errands, but it's definitely on the rewind. Glad it's back. Okay, so ASM, a title that I tried to pick up, didn't really get too interested in. I know a lot of people fought their way through a bunch of those issues. So if you're into Spider-Man, here we go. You can jump back on there. I need to get into a Star Wars book. I think Dark Reign's coming soon. I'm going to be jumping on that. We got some Miles action. What are we picking up? Not a whole lot of green check marks yet. Alien, I think the new story arc started recently. Swamp Thing. Let's take a look at those Bs. So interesting cover. I think I got the B cover. Yeah. So that B cover is pretty cool. He's just kind of sitting on like his throne, right? So that's interesting. Good thing they shaded out the groin. Good Lord, man. Okay. Now we're going to start getting into some books that I'm particularly interested in. So we have some more Star Wars stuff, some Teen Titans, Batman Reptilian. Is anybody still reading this? I remember reading the first issue of Reptilian and going, nah, not for me. And then I don't really hear anybody talking about it. So if you're still reading it, let me know. Yeah, dude, you're worth it. We're glad you're back. We're glad you're getting your schedule figured out. So, yeah, dude, it's always good to see your face on the gram. Yep. JT, I hear you. I wasn't around either. We'll catch it on the rewind, right? So Primordial's coming out. Really interesting issue number 1 from Jeff Lemire, Sorrentino, and Dave Stewart. Really interesting number 1. I like these covers too, because all the covers, let's see here. Let's go to series. And I just like the way they look. You have that cool, like red, white, and blue. That's just a great cover. And then everything else has this like little focus to it. So we have the dog, the monkey, some more stuff, some lady, and that Sorrentino art is just crazy, right? So I like it. Radiant Black, that's on the hot seat for me. It's on the hot seat. Not sure what I'm going to be doing with that. The Me You Love in the Dark from Scotty. Interesting book so far. It went into a weird direction in the last issue. Is there any covers for it? Nope, just that one cover. But I like it though. She's holding her wine glass that we all know and love, that we've seen her drink in every single issue, and she's shattering it, and there's like a snowy house and stuff. So it'll be interesting. We'll see where this one goes. We got Flash in the house. What is going on, dude? Glad to see you here, Flash. Robbie said Reptilian got good. Okay. I almost read that as not good. Yeah. I don't know. How many Batman? I try not to use the excuse of how many Batman books can you read? I mean, I got a few. Yeah, Roderick liked Reptilian too, I think. Interesting. Just nobody in this chat so far. Need some first-hand experience. Rod shows up sometimes. Anyway, so let's keep going on. What do we have? Suicide Squad, a book I regret not being on. I know a lot of you guys are loving that book. And it's definitely a book I flipped through at the LCS. But that's as far as I get with that. Amazing Fantasy. Is anyone reading Amazing Fantasy? I read issue number 1, wasn't too impressed and skipped it. Firepower 17, another lukewarm book, I suppose. I like Firepower. It's never a bad book. The last issue kind of changed what our assumptions were about this like statue that they've been idolizing. So that'll be kind of fun. It looks like Owens here is about to like maybe face off with him, but we know how covers can be super deceiving. So there is that. I love Batman. I can't even get them all. Yeah, I know. Well, it's funny because at my shop, and I'm sure it's like everybody's shop. You go there, and my shop alphabetizes them. So all the Batman stuff is generally at the very top, unless it's named something weird. And so it's just like the first whole row is, I don't know, 3/4 of the way just Batman, or Batman related books. You know what I mean? And then you get into like the Nightwings and the everything else, and the Catwomans and the everything else down below. And so it's pretty funny. Your Amazing Fantasy was good and fun. Yeah, I read the first issue. Didn't blow me away. And I read a lot of stuff every week. Drew the line at Reptilian. Too many Bat books. I hear you, man. I hear you. So Silver Coin is coming out. Long awaited. This one kind of gives me like a Tron vibe. Just because it's some kid playing at an arcade. And he's playing Horror Fighter 2X. That's like a Street Fighter homage, apparently. So we have Nailbiter. It's got to be, I don't know, is that an homage to something? Bitman has like a Batman immediate feel to it, but it's a Pac-Man interface there. So Joshua Williams and Michael Walsh. Yeah, we'll see. That'll be a fun book, I think. All right, Walking Dead Deluxe. I think I picked up the first 10 of these, and I kind of skipped them from then on out. I might get Major Keys, although I think I missed Michonne already. Because what is she, 19? Something like that. So I probably already missed out on some of those, but I think I have her actual first appearance. Deadpool, that's a cool cover. Arkham City, The Order of the World, issue number 2. So that's that crazy team. Dan Waters, Danny, and Dave Stewart. That'll be a fun book. I like this villain in here, like the 10-eyed, or what is it, 10-eyed man or something like that. He was really, really crazy. I kind of looked him up online because I wasn't too familiar with him. And yeah, his power set's pretty crazy. And I think they changed him a little bit in this book, his power set, or maybe I just don't know enough about him and what his original powers were. Yeah, so that'll be a cool one. That art is going to be scary as hell. And it's right around Halloween, so it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this one, Human Target number 1. So this is Tom King. And I just like the art. I like all the different superheroes, and they're all, obviously trying to target this guy. The synopsis is pretty fun. And so, apparently Luther's dead and he's got to figure this out. But, all these different people had a reason to kill him and everything. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I know our girl Frizen is doing a cover, but it's a 1 in 25. Killing me with the incentive covers. Killing me with those. Okay. So Joker Presents Puzzle Box number 4. Yep, skipping that one. Not into it. Adventure Continues, Season 2. What else is coming out? Darkhawk. I'm hearing Darkhawk is really good too. Anyone reading Darkhawk? So issue number 3 comes out next month. Going on down. I think we have a few of these types of covers. The Thing number 1, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I'm going to be picking this up or not. I've been reading Life Story, Fantastic Four Life Story, and I'm waiting for that next issue to come out. I think we had 90s last. So 2010s will be next. I'm looking forward to that issue. I think it's coming out soon, but I haven't found it anywhere. So I'm kind of, trying to I'm wondering what's going on there. Batman, Superman, The Authority, special number 1. Let's see. Mr. Miracle, Crush and Lobo. Not too interested in most of those books. Newburn. That'll be an interesting book. So this is Chip doing an Image book. I just like the cover, like the art. It's very detective-ish. I like the font. Look at that N. I got to find that font. I can add that to my stuff. So I think this is going to be pretty cool. I think that might be a nice one to grab. I hope that's going to be a good story. Buy it, buy it, buy it. Hashtag present. Yeah, I know. She's doing a lot of incentive covers. All of her Catwoman stuff seems to be, pretty easy to get. And some of the other stuff that she does too. But like Eat the Rich, I think that was it a B or exclusive or store exclusive or something like that? I got a copy, but it was like I'm not sure if it was an incentive or not. Excited for Newburn. Yep. Yeah, me too, JT. We could talk about that one when it comes out. Checked out Darkhawk number 1. Character is interesting. Yeah, my shop is sold out of them. They said it's a pretty popular book. We talked about that yesterday. Bobby D in the house. What is going on, brother? Station, thanks for coming, dude. Everyone's showing some love for Bobby. All right. Let's keep going. So we have Orbit of 5, Icon of Rocket, Two Moons, Winter Garden, Magic the Gathering. I play Magic and I don't read it. I don't know. One book I'm interested in is Magic Order Volume 2, Issue number 1. So this is Mark Miller. So did anybody read volume number 1? This book came out, and I think it was advertised as soon as it came out as being a run that was picked up by Netflix, because on the very back, I think even on issue number 1, I have all of them back here somewhere, and it was like a Netflix, picked up run already. And so I liked the first volume. I thought the ending was a little bit, it was okay. I think I need to reread it. I think I was like starting to pick up the volume of books each week, and so I was kind of blasting through things. But I'm excited for this. It hasn't been out since like 2016, something like that. So looking forward to volume 2 of Magic Order. It reminded me immediately when I read it of like a more mature Harry Potter. Not like Harry Potter's not mature, but it's like if you kept on going on the darkness path that Harry Potter went from the first movie to Deathly Hallows, you saw like a clear darkening of the mood, of the tone, the violence increased. So what if you kept that kind of trajectory going, and then everyone was adults, right? And so that's kind of reminds me of what that was. So if you're into that kind of a story or that kind of a thing, check out Magic Order, the first volume. So I'm excited for this one. Soul Plumber, what a weird book from DC. DC horror. The issue number 1 was crazy. It's like this weird, like Exorcist kind of a book. And so, just kind of curious to see where they're going to go from there. The art was nuts. Lucky Devil number 4, Colin Bunn. Looking forward to that one as well. I think we're going to get a lot of cool confrontations between him and, the other demons from hell trying to kind of come back up and kind of kick his ass and prevent him from doing what he's doing. So looking forward to Lucky Devil. What else we got? Last Flight Out, issue number 3. So this was a pretty good book. The last couple issues were interesting. I think book number 2 was a little bit predictable. And so, we kind of knew that he would find his daughter eventually and kind of get there. And so, she dropped some bombs, and so we're going to figure it out. And I think they only have like 13 more hours or something like that to get back on this craft to take off. But his daughter might have some other ideas. So interesting book. Frontiersman number 2. I liked issue number 1. I think I liked it more in the second read, because the first read, Inverno does this all the time. I don't know how he reads all of his books twice, but I read it the first time. I enjoyed it a little bit, and then I read it again the second time, and it just got better for me. I think I maybe picked up on a couple more things here and there. I could slow down, and I can kind of see where the story was going. And so I wasn't like necessarily disappointed at what I was reading, but I don't know. It just made more sense in the second read. So maybe I need to do that. But man, there's just a lot of books out there. You can't really second read everything. But I'm glad I did that one, because, it kind of changed my perspective on it a little bit. The Rush number 1 from Vault. Let's check this book out. So we got Spurrier on here. So yeah, it's a Vault book. It's a good team. It's a number 1. Martin Simmons is on the cover. I thought that art looked really familiar. Right? Let's see these other variants. This is a cool one. Oh, of course, it's a 1 in 50. That's awesome. He's got like spider eyes. He's got like a spider dangling from his revolver. That's pretty cool. And they're all over. That's a really cool cover. I like that. It's a 1 in 50 though. I don't think that people are going to be buying enough of these books to get a 1 in 50 at the store. That's a cool one too. That's definitely Simmons art. Yep, there he is right there. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that book. It should be pretty cool. It's set in the 1899. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's see, what do we got going on in the chat right here? Colin Bunn is fresh new face in the scene. Yeah. The guy, yeah, he might have some ideas. We'll see. We'll see if he puts anything out besides Lucky Devil. The guy's crazy. Miss Last Flight Out number 2. Looking forward to the whole series. Yeah. I thought number 1 was just interesting enough to kind of keep me getting it. And then issue number 2 didn't really slow down for me at all. I think I liked it as much or maybe more. What is this? Blame stash? For me picking up The Rush, of course. I know what you meant. Yep. Yeah, for sure. We always like to blame each other for everything. We don't like to take responsibility. Knighted number 1. Cherry Blackbird. I got issue number 1, didn't read it, and that's where I stopped with that one. Heathens. Aftershock. Who's writing Heathens? Oh, this unknown guy, Colin Bunn. Cool cover. That's all. That's why I'm getting it. Some kind of pirate lady. Woman escaped from the depths of an eternal abyss. The pirate queen lady Sith is sent to retrieve them. It's, he's always got great stories. He's always got a great idea. So I just want, solid execution through that. So looks like we got some Second Sight stuff coming up. These Damn Kids, number 1. I have a copy. Let's see. The Thing Called Truth, Jennifer's Blood. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, is this the week where there's like a bunch of Second Sight stuff? Yes, there is. So Silence, I don't know if they're going to get pushed because they've been adjusting the dates a lot. So I'm not sure what the actual release schedule is. But if you're looking forward to those books, just kind of keep an eye out for them. So if we have Forsaken, we have Silence, we have Orsion, we have Ironhead, we got a whole bunch. Freak Show Kingdom, number 1. That's an interesting cover for sure. My bad. That looks like Jessica... Impossible Jones, not Jessica Jones. The art from that. All right, we're going to keep going. What else are we super excited about? I think that might be it. I think that's all we're super excited about for this week here. So let's go on. So we're going to go to November 10th. We're just going to keep it rolling. So we have some more Spider-Man. Now, these are going to be coming out, like it appears to be back-to-back weeks here, but I thought it was going to be every other week. But maybe it was weekly and I just can't remember. So, you're going to get your Spider-Man fix pretty soon. If you're like me, you're probably going to wait 4 or 5, 6 months. And, whatever the creative team kind of simmers down and we kind of have a solid direction, we'll probably pick it up there. I feel like we're just kind of buffering right now for a little while. Maybe I'm wrong. And if the story is great, I'll go back and pick them up. These Damn Kids has already been pushed. Did you use your hacking skills and your Jarvis skills to figure that out? That's a shame, man. That's a shame. So, so what is it? Eric Larson's Ant number 1. That book was pushed. Radio Apocalypse. That was supposed to come out in like August. Never made it. You see this green check mark next to Moon Knight number 5? That's because you guys. That's because of you guys. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for Flash. That's what I'm doing it for. Because I have to read that book. Because everyone was so disappointed when I said I was probably going to drop that book. Joker number 9. Looks like we have some Jim Gordon action and some Joker action on the cover. We know how covers can be deceiving. Interesting book. We'll see. Dark Ages number 3. I like the second issue. It took the story in a direction I did not expect. And we have Apocalypse ripping the armor off of Tony. And we have some guy that I can't remember who it is hanging out above doing something to him. I like what Apocalypse's plan was for the world going forward. I thought that was pretty cool. And I liked who he picked and how he's using them. So yeah. From last month. Yeah. Oh yeah. Is that what you meant? Yeah. I think all those Second Sight books, and Travis, if you're in here, you can probably confirm, but all those books from Second Sight were supposed to come out 2 weeks ago, something like that, 3 weeks ago, if not mistaken. All right. Moon Knight. Peer pressure. Jar power activated. So we got some pretty killer books coming out. So we have Venom coming out, which is the new book from Rom and Al Ewing. So this is going to be a Dylan Brock. We assume it's going to be a Dylan Brock type story based on the solicitations and things like that. So I'm excited to get some more Venom back in here. We came off of a really interesting run from Donnie. I still liked it. I think it was really good in the beginning. It kind of teetered out towards the middle, and then I thought it ended great. I liked King in Black. So, but as you read more and more events, your expectations or whatever are going to adjust. You know what I mean? So I'm still fairly new to those types of things. So like the bar is pretty low. And so you guys that have been reading them forever might not have liked it, but I keep saying this all the time. It's all about perspective. It's all about, what you started with. They say that your favorite decade of music is the music that you listened to when you were 15 to 25, something like that. And so it's kind of the same thing. Where were you when on your 5th year of reading comic books? You got into comic books, you're kind of reading everything you get your hands on based on recommendations. You couldn't find the voice you liked. You couldn't find the art you liked necessarily until you start really paying attention to that. And I feel like you don't start paying attention until, a few years in. And then once you do, then you start kind of absorbing things and remembering things. So I don't know what to make of the Venom half Eddie, half Dylan run. Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. It's a good. Hey, we got a good creative team, so that's all you can hope for. Speaking of a creative team, we have Hulk #1 coming out. This is kind of a stacked week. So we have Cates and Otley on this one. I'm excited for this one. I know there's going to be a lot of crazy shenanigans in here and maybe things we've seen before, perhaps. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The art's going to be crazy. We all liked Ryan Otley. And Donnie, if one thing Donnie does right, it's the first, 15, 20 issues or something like that, maybe less. And then sometimes he can close it out really, really well and it kind of teeters out. So, hey, it's the beginning of a new number of a new run for Hulk. I'll take it. Eternals, Kang. I'm still not picking up Kang. Red issue #1, skip 2, skip 3. Even though you guys said it was great, still skipped it. So sorry. I Am Batman. I read 1, wasn't blown away, didn't really like it, so I might flip through it. We'll see. Batman the Imposter #2. That was a good issue #1. So I'm keeping that one for sure. Animated series, didn't like issue #1, so I kept going. I thought it was, if you absolutely love Harley Quinn and the animated series, you can pick that book up and I think you're going to be fine. But I liked her animated series, but I don't know. There's just a lot of books. So Batman and Robin, looking forward to that one. It's another Batman book though, or Robin and Batman, I should say. All right, we're going Maze book #3. Loved issue #1. Loved issue #2. Can't wait to get on Stillwater. I say it every single time. It's the one book that I regret not picking up and keep going with. I think I have the first 6 issues, and I probably only read half of them. So, but that's okay. A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. So a lot of us got this book and a lot of us liked it. There was hardly any story. It reminded me of Spider-Man's origin with his uncle in the murder, right? So it was like he runs into a guy, he doesn't quite know who he is at the time. Not like he could have stopped them. It wasn't like a burglary or anything like that, but he runs into them and he runs into them again at the end. And then the dude did something tragic. And so, he's trying to escape him rather than like hate on himself for not intervening, right? So there's some similarities there. And but we don't know anything about the character. Was he like a detective? Was he some kind of a badass like mob guy? We don't know. Based on how he reacted at the end of issue #1, I'm thinking he's not some kind of like fighter because he immediately ran. You know what I mean? He was like slipping all over the place and like running away from the scene. So I don't know. Hulk will be my first Marvel in a hot minute. Yeah, probably for a lot of people too. Looking forward to Black Panther. Want to read Kate's run, but didn't want to do the space thing. Yeah, we don't know what his full plans are. He might do something cool with it. I don't know. He seems to like space a lot. Donnie. Trade waiting. Stillwater. Yep. I don't blame you. Especially when you're behind a whole lot and then you got to fill the gaps in. So I don't know. Ordinary Gods #5. Is this the last issue? With 4 or 5. Let's go to series real quick. Oh no, there's a 6. Okay, let's go into the #6. Awaken Prodigy begin to end the world. Maybe 6 will be the last issue. Can you tell I'm kind of waiting for that book to end? Ordinary Gods number 5. What's the furthest place from here? Issue number 1 comes out that week. That's going to be a cool book. It has this vinyl, the 7-inch that comes with it. So I'm excited for that. So I actually don't even have. I had one and we sold it. It was crap. I've been meaning to replace it. So I'm stupid and bought that and don't even have a way of playing it. But yeah, whatever. It's for the PC. You know what I mean? For the PC. So let's keep going. Not too interested in those. Vampirilla. Chicken Devil number 2. That should be in my pull. Why is it not? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and add that. Interesting first issue. This guy kind of gets wrapped up in his friend / co-workers mafia or mob dealings, and he pays the price for it. And so we're going to kind of see if he breaks bad. That's essentially the story. And he works at a hot chicken restaurant, which sells questionable things. But I think it's like a West Coast thing. So, you know, what would you expect? It's not Nashville. 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. Been stacking those books. Can't wait to kind of dive into those. Regarding the matter of Oswald's Body number 1, I just love the title. We talk about titles that are super long. It's a new Boom book on here. Cantwell's on it. I like the subject matter, and I like the cover, and I like that it's a Boom number 1. So we're gonna get that one. I think that'll be pretty fun. Let's keep going. Witch's Blood. Canto number 3, Lionhearted number 4. God, I feel like it's been forever since we got a Canto book. And this is issue number 4, so it's got to be winding down. Those are typically only 3 to 4 issues since volume number 1, if I'm not mistaken. So Man-Eaters the Cursed, issue number 5. This looks like a novelty issue, and I'm going to be so mad. Let's see. Oh, conclusion of Man-Eaters the Cursed. Camp secrets revealed. Lost things are found. Army of Frogs is defeated. Meanwhile, okay. Issue comes with a collectible best all-around camper certificate. So we made it, guys. We made it. We're going to get our best all-around camper cert here soon. Man-Eaters the Cursed. Issue number 1 and 2 were great. 3 was a novelty issue. 4 picked right back up and just continued with everything I loved about Man-Eaters the Cursed. And then issue number 5 seems to be the last one. So looking forward to that. It will be pretty cool. I don't know. Nashville does have hot chicken. I don't like the fact that you put hot in quotes. I don't know what you mean by that. It's certainly hot. And it's very different. There's many, many restaurants in Nashville, and they all do it slightly different. Then there's the whole, you know, we were the original ones. We were the original ones. We were the original. And so it's kind of hard to dissect all that. So somebody smarter than me would know all about that. And he's laughing. I don't know what did you mean by hot in quotes? I don't think I like that. What's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of your stuff lately, trying to show you some love. If you're not subbed up to Circumstances, go ahead and do it. Dude's awesome. Now I'm hungry. Thanks. Yeah, I posted. We have on one of the IG chats. I posted a picture of a hot chicken plate that I got from Hattie B's, and yeah, a lot of people are jealous. If you haven't had Nashville hot chicken in Nashville, and I'm not talking like go to freaking KFC or something like that and get Nashville hot chicken, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you're ever around the area, let me know. We can go get something. All right, Space Bastards number 9. What else we got? Never Never, James Bond, Bountiful Garden number 3. I feel like I tried to get this and I couldn't. Let me look at. Yeah, I tried to get this run, but I just couldn't, just because I loved the cover art. Is anybody reading Bountiful Garden from Mad Cave? It seems like it would be pretty interesting. Yeah, I just like I like the art in there, and I like the concept. So it has a similar concept than Chrono Cadets, which is a book that my one of my LCS owners wrote. And so it's like these teenagers, you know, super up on their science and stuff like that, and they're trying to kind of save / change the world and make it better. So that was pretty interesting. All right, what else are we looking for? Billy the Kid #2. Okay, so Circumstances is here, so he loves Billy the Kid. Really liked issue #1. I think it got put, no, maybe it didn't get pushed. We got shorted, I think, and so I got the early release one, and then I got finally issue #1. Love the book. I love the art. I like the style. It's got like a God Country feel to it. And then, of course, the art's totally different. So if you're into like the God Country kind of a thing, it reminds me of that a lot. But then it throws in a lot of, what did I say in my review, my Nick at Night? It was like, imagine if Mr. Miyagi had the attitude of Negan. So, and then he, you know, so it's like your mentor is like the super like violent, ultra vulgar guy, putting you through the paces and trying to transform you into something that can seek revenge on your family. This like supernatural threat that took your family out. So I loved it. It was great. Liked the book a lot. All right, what do we got? Oh, what else we got, man? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going on there. Can't wait for Out. Yeah, I just passed Out, right? Where was Out? You're right. Out, yeah. So I liked, man, thanks. I don't know if I have enough time to get this book or not. It's the 24th. FOC is probably done. But my shop, they seem to pay attention to these kinds of things right here, you know, getting these random ones, and they're really good at that. I'll walk in and they'll go, "Hey, did you see this book?" And I'll go, "Nope, didn't see it. Here. We ordered one for you because we knew that you would probably be interested in it." So when you have a shop that does that, that's where it's at, man. Thanks for the heads up. Let's see.
Someone's at the front door.
Someone's at the front door. Don't you love when Google and the Amazon equivalent, that I won't say because she'll start talking to me, they just start going crazy when people ring the doorbell? Personal. Oh, yeah. Do me a favor and do that for sure. Feel like it was great. Great art, great dog. I highly recommended. Yeah, I know you liked it. So I'm glad that we're kind of spreading the word, showing some loves. Chiefs, baby. Chiefs when they're not playing the Bills. Sorry about that. We're on bye this week, and we got our butts kicked from the Titans. So shame. Okay, we're moving on to the week of the 17th. We have another Batman book coming out. I think this is going to be, let's check out that cover. Yeah, so this is the third of the Connecting. So we have some Miracle Molly and some Harley action on here. So this will be our third and I think final book from Tynan, if I'm not mistaken, at 117. Looks like we're splitting the art again, which I am not a fan of at all. So that's going to be something I'm not looking forward to. They have these other covers too, if it will pull up. Hard to Punch with Ghostmaker and Harley on there. That's funny. So those would be pretty cool. I might have picked those up if they didn't have that Connecting cover, but they have the Connecting covers. ASM's coming back with 79, Nightwing 86. This is not yet the issue where it's one giant Connecting cover. So I think that's 87. That's December's issue. Which cover did I pick up? I got the B cover. Okay. So him and the Batgirl's on here. Yep. That'll be interesting. It doesn't say Fear State tie-in, like, well, of course, that's the B cover. Yeah. Okay. So the A cover does say Fear Street tie-in. Or Fear. I say Fear Street because I just started watching those movies. I just finished issue or number 2 last night of Fear Street. This is Fear State. All right, so we have Daredevil coming back. Feels like we haven't seen that book in a long time. Let's see who the artist is on that. We have cover from Kaketto, but we don't have interiors, it looks like. So, we'll see what they do. Thor, a book that's been kind of trailing off, in my opinion. We'll see what they can do to kind of get our attention back. We have a bunch of different covers. I saw the Stegman exclusive from Comic Tom's Mystery Mail Call. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that one, but I don't $45 like it. You know what I mean? All right. Nice House on the Lake, killer run. Really like that. Looking forward to that one. Trials of Magneto. Oof. Sorry, I'm having to fight my way through that book. But I think we're going to keep getting it just because, I want to understand this story. And is it only 5 issues? There's only 5 shown on League. So, I hate reading 3 issues of something and not just finishing it out. But it's just not as good as I was hoping it would be. Catwoman 37. I'm clicking. This is going to be a heavy week, it looks like. And we got the Frozen cover. So we got Poison Ivy front and center. Going to be fun. Last Ronin. What is this? This is the design book. All right. So if you're into that kind of stuff, Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 5. I liked issue number 4. I think 4 was the second best issue since issue number 1. So I liked everything about it. First off, the cover was great with I can't remember her name, the lady who has like tremors and causes earthquakes. She's like landing on the Kent house, which I thought was really cool. I liked the response that happened. I liked what Jonathan was doing in the house to kind of like help and save everybody. And I thought it was a pretty good issue. Excuse me. Death of Doctor Strange. Looks like we have the 3 mothers front and center. Is this their first appearance? Was that last issue? Death of Doctor Strange with 3 mothers? I don't know. I don't read a whole bunch of stuff like that. Who's at the door? Not delivery, that's for sure. My daughter has about 40 friends in this neighborhood that knock on the door every 10 minutes. So hopefully it's Girl Scout cookies. My wife is cookie coordinator. So we have hundreds of boxes in our dining room. She's a troop leader and cookie coordinator. So yeah. Batman 89 number 4. Oh, did I just unclick that book? King Spawn, not getting into the Spawns. Props to them, though, for cranking out books. Art's always great. $2.99, card stock most times. I think every time now, right? Are all of them like that? I just can't get into Spawn right now. I just can't do it. I tried. I read probably 10 issues or so, but I never left that book going, man, that was a killer issue. There's like 5 pages in Spawn in every issue that I love, and it's the parts where like he uncovers some dark, twisted dude who's doing something awful, and he takes care of him. Like that's the best part of each issue, I think. But then they layer in a whole bunch of like weird emotion that Spawn has. He's 300 something issues in. He's probably been doing this for a very, very, very long time, and he still has this weird internal monologue that just seems a little bit off to me. I'm like, you'd think that you'd be honed in like Batman at this point and just have like plans for everything and no questions and all that stuff. Eating breakfast and listening to Nick. Great Sunday morning already. Hey, dude. I appreciate you. Got my Tim Hortons mug. So shout out to all my brothers up in the Great White North. And I guess Northeast. US. Primordial number 3, Jeff Lemire, Sorrentino, Dave Stewart. So I feel like we just talked about Primordial number 2. Is this a bi-monthly? Is this coming out like every other week? November 3rd, November 17th. That's interesting. So this might be, I wonder if this is right, because there's only 1 issue. Yeah, this might be one of those weird things that League does wrong. I'm not sure. We'll see. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, one of my favorite runs right now. Loved every issue so far. Decorum from Hickman, a book I wish I kept going with because I didn't understand how great Hickman was until after this. I read issue 1 and 2 maybe, and then I fell off of it because I wasn't really, too into it. And then I read more Hickman stuff later, and I was like, okay, now I understand. And now it's 8 issues in. So maybe I can go back and get the rest of them, or there's a trade. I have to look that up. Oh, there's Life Story number 5. We just talked about that a minute ago. Looking forward to that for sure. Got that cool Galactus cover on here. Robin's number 1. I don't know. We'll skip. We'll flip through it. Is this who's writing this? Tim Seeley's writing it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll flip through. The B covers are interesting too. All right, what do we got? Stillwater, we talked about that. Walking Dead, we already talked about. We touched on Spawn. What else we got? Time Before Time? Nope. Let me make sure I don't have any other ones picked. Number 8, nope. I read the first issues, I think 3, maybe 2 of Time Before Time. Didn't dig it. But I think I like added all of them onto my list. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them. What do we got in here? I'm pulling out books that clean and press for CGC submission while listening. Well, you'll probably get them back by Thanksgiving, knowing your luck. Congratulations on that, by the way. So I did see on Instagram that some people were saying that they got emails from CGC. And I think I put this in your comments, and I think Travis touched on it too, and others perhaps, that they're trying new ways of grading things to speed up the turnaround, because I think the turnaround on Modern is 200 days right now, if I'm not mistaken, and yours got back in a month. So that was pretty cool, and I think you didn't up them or anything like that. So that will be pretty cool if they're able to do that and blow it out. Now, I've submitted some books with some other people, and then I have my own submissions for CGC and CBCS, and they've been there for months now. So I think I'm like 2 months in on CGC, or 2 or 3 months, and then I'm about the same with the other side. So it's kind of a pain right now. Marvin, what is going on, dude? What's happening? We passed a bunch of Second Sight books a minute ago, and we're wondering about the release schedule. So if you have anything you can share in the comments here, let us know. But I think we've been seeing, and it's not just with Second Sight, it's with a bunch of other stuff too. Like things just kind of get adjusted every week. So let you know if you're able to do anything, just let us know. Don't want to put you to work when you get in the chat, but I think we're just all interested in seeing what's going on, because we know things are rough for a lot of places right now. Image, for instance, came out and said, I believe they came out and said officially, I haven't seen their actual thing, but I've heard secondhand that they're going to be kind of cutting back on the second prints and things like that. Was you? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I think he submitted 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and he got a couple back. Yep, that'd be me. 9-8. I was able to get 1 of those, I think. So Captain Malek, I didn't want to submit for so long due to wait times. Finally submitted and got my books back in 3 weeks. Yeah, dude, it's like you paid. It's like you paid for that 2-day turnaround for CBCS. Everything was slid 3 weeks. Yeah. The Edge issue is 11/17. Okay, so we'll probably see it as we continue down this list here. All right. So we are going to keep going. So Eat the Rich. I think I got a B cover on this one. Yeah. So instead of Eat the Rich, it says Join the Rich, which is pretty relevant for the story, as we saw in the previous issue. We kind of learned about that. I hope that book takes like a supernatural turn, because I can't think of any reason why the rich would eat the servants, but I can understand why the servants would sign up for it. So it's very one-sided. Like the reasoning behind it so far is very one-sided. So I'm hoping that the reason that the rich have to eat the poor is based on some requirement. And that's all I'll say, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Let's see. Vinyl number 6 has been backlogged right now because I think one of the issues got pushed or something like that, or my shop wasn't able to get it on time, or some kind of delay, and then that cascades everything forward, and then everything gets thrown off. Kate Bishop, number 1. We'll flip through it. We'll see what it looks like before we commit to it. Not All Robots. Number 4. Love that book. Been loving Not All Robots. That Texas Blood, Sweet Paprika, Refrigerator Full of Heads. Interesting cover. Frankie says, relax. That's pretty funny. So there's our axe, and there's our new team right here. I'm confused about do they know what this axe actually does? Were they looking for it? What are they doing? Who were the people in the beginning that chopped up the other people? Are they hunting down relics? What's going on there? So looking forward to that. Paper shortage. We keep hearing that. Got 5 pre-ordered. Gonna have to find 3 and 4 when they hit. Yep. Love the art and vinyl. It really pops. Colors is great. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I think I only read the first 3 issues, and we're already on issue 6. So I gotta catch up on that. Not a Robots is great. So I don't want to get into it, but there's ways of telling stories that have similarities or overlap to real life problems that we all experience, no matter where you are, who you are. And so I think there's creative ways of taking those kinds of struggles and putting them inside of storytelling, like they're doing in this book. And I like the way that they did it. They've done it like, I don't know, and it's all through my lens, right? So it's like whatever. Everyone has their own perspective on everything based on your experience and who you are. And so I feel like that's a real creative way of introducing struggle into books and showing differences in people and how they might react and some of the struggles that people might have. So I think that's a really creative way of doing it. And yeah, I like that they seem to have done it pretty well, in my opinion. Of course, to each their own, right? All right, we're going through Radio Apocalypse. I mean, speaking of books that has been pushed, this book I think was supposed to come out in August, like I said before, and here we are getting it in November. So it got pushed a few months. So Gun Honey, issue number 3. Didn't get into that one. Porcelain, I dropped. Second Chances, I know some of you guys were picking that up. I was watching Mike talk about this book. Evil Mike talk about Second Chances number 2 and 3. Seeing what he thinks of that one. I think his reviews basically told me everything I needed to know about the book, so I appreciate that. Porcelain, I was picking this up. I think I dropped it after issue number 2, though, just because I didn't really see much substance. Unfortunately, I didn't see much substance there, and I just don't want to read. Just don't want to read it. Let's see here. Cross to Bear, Elvira meets Vincent Price. MFKZ, I was all about it when it first came out, trying to get those Garbage Pail Kid variants. I like the movie on Netflix. If you haven't watched the movie, it really supplements the comic really well. So I would recommend that one. Gru meets Tarzan. It was a fun issue number 1, but I kind of fell off of that. Search for Hugh. I liked issue number 1, but it was a little bit predictable, so I fell off of that one too. We're going to keep going here. What do we got? The Box, issue number 4. All right. Okay. So we are going to go back over to the chat real quick. We're going to go into the next week here. Totally agree about Not All Robots. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's ways of handling these things. Sometimes they're handled really, really well, and sometimes it feels like it's forced. And that goes with, I'm not being specific with any topic at all. I'm talking about anything controversial in politics or life in general. There's real subtle ways and creative ways of introducing those things and handling them. And then there's ways that feel like it's forced, and, it just kind of gives you a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth, but it's hard. It's hard. Tom Taylor can use some of that in his Instagram book. Yeah, I didn't say it. Yeah, I liked issue number 4. Issue number 4 was pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, Clean to Press 25 submission. Sent mine to CGC in March. Still waiting. Mine were June, so you're way worse than me. What do we got here? Hopefully soon. Yeah, can't wait to see them. The site has issue 3 on the 27th. Okay. Cool. 3 to 4 weeks behind in printing. What do you know? I think someone asked about the paper shortage. How widespread is that, man? Do you have any idea? Okay. Detective Comics ASM 80. We've been talking about that this whole time. Robin number 8. Let's check out some B covers. I've been getting all the B covers. Yep, just like I thought. Boom. Really cool. And I picked these up. I'm awful with B covers and knowing that it's a set, but I picked up the first several Robin covers and I got the B covers, and it just so happened that it was going to be a set. So I'm just awful at that. I can't keep up with that kind of stuff half the time. Same with second prints. Like I never know when second and third prints are coming out, and I see them in everyone's poll videos, and I'm like, that wasn't even on my radar. Partly because it's not on League, and if it is on League, let me know how to find out where the second printings and third printings show up on League, because they're not on these pages that we're looking at right now. And so I don't want to open up every book individually and just check on the off chance that they have a B cover coming out, or a second print rather. But yeah, I'm picking up all those, so that would be pretty cool. Been liking that one so far. I feel like they're just going to team up and take on whatever big threat they've been hiding on this island, this Mortal Kombat island. So, I mean, what else are they going to do there? Department of Truth. What issue is this? This is issue number 14. I totally digging that cover. You know, not because I'm some kind of Antichrist lover or anything like that, but it's just a great looking cover. They have their Smells Like Teen Spirit homage. Number 14. That's funny. We got like the white gloves and some weird nails going on here. I don't know. I mean, I'm a big Nirvana fan, but I don't like that cover. I don't know. Look at all these covers. My God. Of course you can't because I'm in the way. Whoop. Department of Truth. We have the Goosebumps rather. Look at all these. Holy crap. Exclusive Trinity Comics B. That one's pretty cool. That's like a Virgin cover. That one would be kind of neat. Got the man right there. Cool. All right, let's scoot me back over. All right. We're going to keep rolling. Spawn. Am I still picking Spawn up? Where are we? June 2021, November. Oh, it's the 20th. Where are we? Okay. October 27th. Ugh, okay. I don't think I read any of those though. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Sorry, chat. Not doing it. So let's see. Paper shortage seems to be industry wide. I'm sure it is. I'm just hoping that, you know, that's probably the reason why we're not getting all these second prints and stuff like that. But that's kind of a bummer. Issue with all the printers, unless they were or had a supply already. But it's like bags. It's like bags and boards. You know, a lot of shops had bookcases full of them, but when the supply stops, or, you know, when you stop getting them in, eventually you're just going to run out. So we just got to hope that supply picks up and people can get what they're looking for. Yeah, B covers for Robin, absolutely. I like the Nirvana cover, but I'm sure it's overpriced. Yeah, I'm sure it's like at least $20 or $35. They seem to like those price points, 15 even, something like that. I just want to have a long box of Spawn, so it's yes. Yeah, I have like issue 1 through, God, I don't know, 75 or something like that. I think I have the majority of that as well. I know I have a number 1 up at CGC right now because I want to be the 1000th 9/8. Because I think that if you look at their metrics, I think that 9/8s are approaching in the 900 range for how many 9/8s there are. And so I think it would be pretty cool to have. And there's no way to track that I know of, but I just like the idea that if I get mine as a 9/8, I can look at the census, and if they have 1,000, I'll just claim the 1,000. I'll just claim it. Got a dip. Peace out, man. Yep. Okay. So let's keep going. So we have Spawn. Not anymore. So we have Inferno issue number 3. I like the Hickman stuff, so I'm going to keep going with that. Crossover, I thought was pretty interesting. We're going to keep going just because we have so many of the issues now. Last 2 issues have been blah, though. Venom number 2, we talked about Venom already. Looking forward to that. Wonder Girl number 5. Got to check out the covers. So we have our A cover. Pretty good. Oop. Oh no, I made a mistake here. We got Frizen. Pull. Main cover. Remove. Remove. I hope there's time. Almost made a fatal mistake. I blame all you guys in the chat that didn't tell me that there was a Frizen cover coming out over here. Still cool to have a CGC Spawn number 1. Absolutely. That's what I thought too. Even though it's the most common comic book probably in the world outside of X-Force number 1 or something like that. All right. Wonder Girl. Okay, so we have some weird stuff going on with League again. So we have a Wonder Girl number 5 up here, and we have a Wonder Girl number 6 down here. So we got some craziness going on. Remember, I said it's not 100% accurate. There's still some weird stuff going on here. I've had things I've added to polls not show up, like it just like removes it. So I don't know what's going on. So we'll see if Wonder Girl actually comes out with 2 issues back to back in the same week. I bet that's just a mistake somewhere. All right, Oblivion Song. That book got hot for a minute because we got the movie news with Jake Gyllenhaal, but I don't think anyone actually reads the story. And if they do, I'm not really hearing about it. And it was an okay story. I read the first couple of dozen issues and kind of fell off of it after a while. All right, what do we got? Reptilian number 6. We covered that. Radiant Black number 5. We covered that. Amazing Fantasy. House of Slaughter number 2. So looking forward to that. I think, let's see, this coming Wednesday is when House of Slaughter comes out, right? Number 1. So that'll be kind of fun to see what that book is all about. DC versus Vampires number 2. Task Force Z number 2. I think Tynan's writing this book, but he's not really writing it. He's kind of like supervising it. And Rosenberg's actually writing it. I think Tynan was kind of falling off when this book was coming out. And so I don't think he's the main writer on it. I think he's just kind of, overseeing it a little bit. I think he's pretty much washed his hands of DC at this point, if I'm not mistaken. But correct me if I'm wrong. What else we got? Geiger 80-page giant. I don't know if I like the direction they're going with this one. I want to know more about Geiger himself. But it looks like they're going to be following a bunch of other guys. And I can't remember, what is it? It's not G.I. Joe. Who is it? That other guy. I can't remember his name. They're going to follow him. Echolands number 4 will be interesting. That cool orientation book, it folded out the other way. The story's not bad. If I feel like the book makes you, I don't know, it kind of confuses me. I feel like I need to know all these characters. All the characters know each other really, really well, and they have past experiences with other characters that they run into. And I feel like we need to have all those little backstories to make it make sense. I don't know if that's not a really good way of describing my only concern about this book, but I feel like I'm reading a story halfway through already. Like I've missed the first half of the story and we're kind of thrown into it, but at least it's creative and fun and nice to look at. The last book you'll ever read. This is probably the last issue I'll ever read. Let's see. I did not like issue number 3. Oh, there's another one after that. Okay, so it's 5 issues. I did not like issue number 3. Didn't like issue number 2. Issue number 1 was interesting because it was a number 1 and a fresh concept and new and kind of interesting. And so, it didn't bleed over to 2 and 3 though. Then issue number 4. And then we have this like burning it alive at the stake kind of a thing. And she looks possessed and stuff. So I'm sure it'll be crazy. All right, let's keep going. May have went overboard on the House of Slaughter variants. I think I ordered, how many did I order? I think I tried to go for the 1 in 10. I think my shop said they ordered plenty of them. They might even get into the 25 range, the incentives. So yeah. Well, I think we're just specking too hard on that book right now. All right, Dark Blood. Let's see, anything we're interested in. Serial, Beyond the Breach. That'll be rounding out soon or ending soon. Image Comics. Picture of Everything Else. Again, we have some shenanigans going on here with Picture of Everything Else. What else we got? Frontiersman. We talked about that. Human Remains. Didn't like issue number 1. Do I have? Let's see. Oh, crap. I got number 2 on here. I might just read number 2 and see where it's only 4 issues. Man, this is what I hate. I'm going to back burner that one. I don't know. I'll make a decision as it gets closer. Not too sure. All right. The Rush. Hellcop. Wasn't this one pushed as well? I thought this was pushed to the number 1 was pushed to the 27th, which is coming up in a few days. Not sure. I haven't read it yet. So I'm going to probably just hold that one right where it is for now. Campese, interesting story. Good Boy number 1. Looking forward to that one. I think Rogue Trader went and got a bunch of exclusive covers or something like that, and they were awesome. And it's like a reverse John Wick thing. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's like, what if the dog lived and John died, and the dog like seeks revenge? I think that's essentially the story, if I'm not mistaken. So let's keep going. We have some image stuff. Lunar Room from Vault. We're going to keep going. Silence number 2. We'll wait for number 1 to kind of come out. It's a lot of second sight stuff. We'll see what time they're coming out. And I think that's it. All right. Moving on. Was that the last week? That was the last week. Holy crap. Okay. So let's take a look at the chat real quick before we go over what we're actually picking up. Didn't like last book number 2. Haven't read number 3 yet. Definitely on the chopping block, I would say for sure. But it's only like 5 issues or whatever it was. So I hate reading 3 issues of a book and it's only 5 and saying, nah, I'm done. You know what I mean? From a space perspective, I can understand doing that. But from a closure perspective, you're like, you're less than half away. So it's kind of interesting. Picture for everything else. Wow, been so long. Yeah, right. I think we'll believe it when we see it. Dan Waters said COVID slowed down the picture of everything else. I'm sure. I think probably the creative team got sick or something. That's the assumption, because why else? You're sitting at home all day long, forced to be at home. So you think you'd be able to write and draw and stuff. But I mean, maybe people got sick, unfortunately, and now they're better. Who knows? Artists, yeah. So that's kind of what we were saying. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure a lot of that stuff is going on right now. And that's probably a big reason why a lot of things were kind of slowed down a little bit. So let's look at our consolidated list here, starting in November. So let's see here. So we have Arkham City Batman, Firepower. So Friday, I don't remember talking about that when we were going through it. So that'll be kind of fun. Ed Brubaker, my shop's picking up some of these. Be kind of fun. I think it's just a print version. It's been out on digital for a while, if I'm not mistaken. You Ed Brubaker fans can correct me in down below. Heathens, we talked about that. Me Love in the Dark. What did we miss? We got our second site in here. We got Human Target, Newburn, Orison, Primordial Rush, Silent, Silver Coin, Soul Plumber, Swamp Thing, Venom. Pretty solid run there. All right, so what is going on the second week? Imposter, Billy the Kid, looking forward to that one. Kanto, Chicken, Dark Ages, Hulk number 1. This is kind of a stacked week because I love Billy. Really looking forward to Hulk. And it looks like I put 2 different covers on here. I got a cover A and a cover B, or whatever this is. Joker, Man-Eaters, Maze book. Loving that book. Moon Knight's my favorite book of all time. I'm telling you. Ordinary Gods, I'm just fighting through. Venom is great. Robin and Batman, Righteous Thirst, Out. Regarding the Matter of Oswald's Body. Where's the Furthest Place from Here? And I think I double dipped on that one. So, yeah, that'll be cool. So, what's up, Station, my brother? Thanks for coming in. We are wrapping up. We are going over the consolidated list of the polls. We just went through week for week, talked about what we were looking forward to, and some other cover reviews and things like that. So we have Batman, we have Frizz and Catwoman, Daredevil, Doctor Strange, Eat the Rich, Fantastic Four, Life Story. Looking forward to picking that one back up because I binged the first 4 just in like 2 days and loved it. Kate Bishop, House of Slaughter, House of Slaughter, House of Slaughter. Nice House, Nice House. I always double dip on Nice House. You always get the B covers on that one too. I get A and B. Not All Robots, Primordial, Radio Apocalypse. I'll believe it when I see it. Let's see. Wow, why don't I use this poll list on the comment? I tell you what, I have a video that goes over how to use this, man. How to use it, and there's a stores here, Cadets Toys and Comics. Right here, my shop has an account. We push the customers to log in, create an account, set up the poll list by hitting these little green buttons right here. It sends them a notification. So when they're doing their ordering, they pull up League of Comic Geeks and all their customers are right there. And they go ahead and pull all the covers. All the information's right there. So if your shop participates in League, You can set up a digital pull list and connect it to the store. It's very simple. And that's a good way to keep track. And then you can, it's not like a good thing for FOC because it doesn't tell you the FOC timeframes and stuff. You have to work with your shop and just kind of know those things. And like I said, it kind of slips on the second printing and third printing of things a little bit. So that's a little bit annoying. But if you just want your basic stuff and be a little bit manual on your chute picking, you can do that and sync it right to the store. So ask your store. I see on the site, never thought to use it. Yep. Chicken Devil, we talked about that. Make sure your site uses, make sure your store uses this, correct? Yep. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, yeah, so Previews has their own now, Preview World, so you can go on there and set that up. The user interface is not as nice, I don't think, or is friendly, but maybe because I've been using this for so long, it's just so quick and anything new is a little foreign and annoying to learn. So Diamond Pull List has the store order cutoff dates. Is that the Previews World one that I was referring to? Yeah. Also Comic Hub. Yeah. So just figure out what your store uses if they use anything. If they just use the preview magazine, like this is last month's, I don't remember when the next one comes out. This is the actual order form So this this is different than the catalog, but this one here is actually one you can put little hash marks on it. It tells you all the different variants and things like that. So this is really cool too. This is what I used to use. And then I switched over to this, but I use them to kind of supplement and complement each other. Because, you know, when you have 2 or 3, 4 different sources, you can kind of get closer to the truth than if you had one source, I suppose. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, one of my favorite books every week whenever it comes out. So that'll be kind of cool. Let's see. Thor, hope it gets better. Vinyl, need to catch up. X-Men number 5, not bad. It barely, I think it scratches the itch that we might have for X-Men, but we have Inferno now. Trials, I'm going to just keep fighting through that one. Beyond the Breach, that's ending soon. Berserker, I double dip on those. Campese, crossover, DC Vampires, number 2. Good boy, looking forward to that. Geiger, 80-page giant. I don't know if I want to read that or not. 80 pages, holy crap. And looks like it's just going to be a bunch of side stories. Okay, Frontiersman, Echo Land, Department of Truth. Looks like I'm double dipping in Department of Truth. That's why I like these little things over here. So here's an interesting one. So House of Slaughter number 1 second printing. Now that one showed up, but typically I don't see the second prints. I must have searched and found it. We have issue number 2, Inferno. Last book you ever read, Magic Order, Oblivion Song, Wonder Girl, Venom, Rush, Picture, which there's some stuff going on there, and Wonder Girl going on. I think that's it. Okay, cool. Let me hit up the chat one more time. I've never used Comic Hub. Need to check that out. I don't know if it's... I'm so invested in League right now. I just don't know if I want to switch or anybody or my shop even wants to consider it, because it's just like, it's like ordering books. You got to order it from so many different sources. It's just really annoying, you know? So it's like if you had too many apps to track the same information, it's like you need to consider all of them before making any kind of decision at all. Yeah, Chamorro, what's for breakfast, dude? I know, I haven't eaten yet. I just drank my coffee. The girls are up now doing some stuff downstairs, so I'm going to join them here in a minute. So that is our comic book look ahead for November. I appreciate everyone hanging out with me this morning, getting our coffee, getting our breakfast time. Go say hi to the family. If you got them, go hang out with them now. Do whatever you got to be doing. Marvin, get back to writing, man. We love you. Appreciate you. Thanks for everyone stopping in, saying hello. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. Hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. I'm going to probably just go ahead and bounce out of here, get some breakfast. It's been a pleasure, guys. We will see y'all later. Peace out.